good.
Six,
All right, ready?
I'm the worst.
I'm on site at the Cherry Street YMCA, downtown Toronto. I'm here with Alex Versluis, who's the property manager, vice president of property management with the YMCA in Greater Toronto. Can you maybe give us some information on the site that we're at today and sort of where we are in terms of progress?
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for talking with me today. And we're on the Cherry Street Y. It's just been named the Koo Family YMCA after an amazing donation that they've made. But we're standing now in the project where today's the official topping off ceremony. The last bit of concrete was poured yesterday. You're standing on it. Well, I'm standing on it. It's the project itself broke ground last year. I think it was about January, February, officially broke ground. But as you can see behind, it's in various stages of construction. This building that we're standing on is 82,000 square feet. It'll be 70,000 square feet of usable space for the YMCA. And it's shared with, as you point the camera up here, the George Brown residences. We're actually a shared structure. So there's two buildings operating independently with a shared foundation. And their first tower is built, and they're under the structure of it is, and they're working on the second tower to the north. This is the last level of the YMCA. It's actually concrete-based structure up on the first two levels, and then the level we're on is steel reinforced up to this green roof level. The green roof that we're standing on it's a total of 26,000 square feet for the YMCA portion, and we're actually going to make this an accessible green roof. About 11,000 of it will be accessible, and are looking forward to doing this as a community design, participatory design process through the next year. The project will expect the inside to be completed. I think the plan is over the next year or so. It changes frequently, but they are moving. If anything, they're ahead of schedule. They are flying. Sorry, I got a little bit of background noise there. They're flying. As you can see, the concrete is all done up here. I was here last Tuesday. They put the first piece of concrete on this deck, so it's a really fast-paced project. They're building one level of the George Brown residences per week, so it's a full flying form structure where they pour it, it cures, they rip it, strip it, put it up, and they redo it over about a 1 week cycle. So it's a very organized team. The site itself is on the west side of downtown Toronto, and it's right at where Front Street, the extension, it will be. It's right now it's a dirty Front Street, but it's going to be a lovely Front Street, and it's the entrance to where the Pan Am Games Athletes Village is going to be held, and they're calling this district the Canary District. This space will be kind of cornered by these two historic buildings. There's a CNR building here, and then there's the old Canary, I think it's called the Canary Restaurant, just to the west, just to the south. And then beyond, they're in various stages of construction, and most of these buildings are residential buildings, mainly condominiums, a combination of at-market condos and some below-market condominiums. But it's stunning integrated design. The architects have been really integrated with the full waterfront methodology, which is the design and a very sustainable approach. This building and all the buildings in this Athletes Village will be LEED Gold certified at a minimum. This particular building will be actually AOTA compliant. The standard is not enforced yet, but that was part of our requirement, is a fully accessible meeting AOTA, which is the Accessibility for Ontarians of Disability I forget what the last A is. Association. I don't think that's right. Anyways, it's an amazing specification. It really helps respect persons with disabilities and all facets of disabilities. And we're excited that we'll be one of the first buildings that we're aware of that's going to be fully AOTA compliant once it's open after the games are completed. The space itself will be open in 2016 as a YMCA here. 2016, we expect late spring, early summer. There is a process for the games where they're going to use this for. We're not 100% sure because TO 2015 is going to use the space based on how the final layouts look, but we think it's recreation, and there might be some office and other medical accommodation. They're still sorting all that out. After, they're going to finalize and refit the space through the winter of 2016, and by spring 2016 we'll do our finishing touches and look forward to doing an amazing opening. We're 3 years away almost to the day.
So will the pool be used at this facility for the Pan Am Games?
That's still not clear. The pool will be built. Whether or not they actually operate it for the games, I'm not sure about that. It would be, and if it were to be used, it's because it's a recreation space. It won't be part of the training or the competition side. There's other sites located north of the city for that.
Will any of the building be used for competition then?
No, since it's really, as far as I know, it's really about recreation. This is because we're in the Athletes Village. I think they said there's over or close to 10,000 total athletes and coaches and officials that'll be here for the games. I think somebody had said it's the largest sports event that Canada's ever had. And so this is going to be where the main compound where everybody lives and sleeps and plays, and it's designed to be a space for people to connect. You've got all these countries coming, people from countries all around the Pan Americas that are going to come up, and it's a great space where they'll interact and learn about each other, and it's designed around diversity as much as about interaction and sport and recreation.
Much of the facilities, I think especially the condos that are used as the Athletes Village, are going to have to go through a second stage of construction. Is it the same for the Y? Will there need to be more additions to the construction once the games are over?
It'll be a lot less rigorous for the Y. The way, because the Y is such a specialty use building, we've worked hand in hand with TO 2015 to make sure our needs and their needs are symbiotic, so we don't have to undo and redo stuff. There are parts of the construction that won't be finished for the games because there's some really unique finishes that they don't need that we will need. And even like, as I said, the pool, we're still not 100% sure what their final plan is, and I think it's still evolving, it's still marinating in their planning process. I believe in the rest of the residential buildings, there is a higher percentage of accommodations because of the parapan component of the games. There's a lot of persons with different types of disabilities that need to be properly accommodated. I think it's actually part of the retrofit will be to bring the balance back more into traditional building balance, which is not going to have quite as much accessibility options. But I think part of that is still being developed, and I think it's a function of people are starting to buy units. I know that there's a big push now to get people to start buying these post-games units, and part of that will be part of that development process. I mean, it's moving. I mean, you can see it's hopping. George Brown's right there. They actually have their glass going up, and that just started, I believe the first piece was put up last week. So they are flying. Like, they're doing really a great job. Great site to work on.
Thank you.